All right. Good morning and welcome back to part 2 of describing hexagons. Who remembers from our mini lesson something special that a hexagon has? Right. If you said a hexagon has 6 sides, you are correct. Here, our blue worm is sitting on the flat side of the hexagon, and here is a label of the word side. There's one more thing that makes a hexagon a hexagon. Who thinks they know? Remember back to that tricky math word that we learned today. Right, if you said vertex, you are correct. This is the word vertex. Get your mouth ready to say vertex, v. I hear, that's right, the letter V at the beginning, vertex. And a vertex, right here where our orange worm is, a vertex is just a fancy word for a corner. So we know that a hexagon has 6 sides and 6 vertices. Let's go ahead and mark up our vertices in blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there is our 6th vertice where our orange worm is. Now, let's go ahead and mark up our sides. We'll start here. 1, 2, 3. Our little worm here is side 4, 5, and 6. Perfect. If you want, you can take your finger or a crayon and trace, or pencil, and trace around the outside of the hexagon. Perfect job. Once your paper is marked up like mine, let's move on to our next page. My eraser has a big job to do today. Okay. Moving on to page 2. Now, all this page wants you to do is to take a look at this purple hexagon and use what you already know. I'm not going to tell you how many vertices that a hexagon has because I think you are a master already. I think you already know. So, on your own, you're going to mark up. I'll get you started. You're going to mark up the vertices that you see. You can continue to do the rest. And in red apple number 1, in this blank right here, you are going to write how many vertices you see. V vertices. Good job. Now, yellow sun number 2 is going to ask us how many, think about that other math word that we use to describe a hexagon. Right, sides. So side starts with the letter S. We hear the sound S at the beginning of sides. So in yellow sun number 2, you're going to rate how many sides a hexagon has. Okay? I'll get you started by helping you mark up the flat sides. 1, 2. You'll keep going on your own, and as you fill out number 1 and number 2. I think you'll do a fabulous job. But if you need some help, refer back to video number 1 or page number 1 of this video. Cruising through onto our next page. This is going to be some independent practice for you. They have this grid here with these dots to help you draw your own hexagon. Color it in. Whoa, oh my goodness, I skipped to the next page. I'm sorry. You're going to draw your own hexagon like so. Ooh. Miss G's still practicing. 3 across, 3 out, and let's see. Perfect. You can color yours in. Yours might be straighter than mine, but remember, just like you did on the page before, write and mark how many vertices, that's the V word, and how many sides, that's our S word here. I'm going to erase, but I cannot wait to see your independent practice. And lastly, we are moving right through to our last page, a little lesson check and a spiral review. Here we have a picture of what shape? You guessed it, a hexagon. You'll just write the number of, oh, I don't know this word by sight, but I see the letter S at the beginning. Oh, I think they're asking how many sides a hexagon has. Perfect. Then we have our spiral review. These spiral review questions are questions that we've already covered in previous math chapters, but it's a really good idea to practice them every single day so that you're ready to move on to first grade. So here we have an addition sentence. We have to fill in the missing parts. There are 9 snap cubes in my snap cube train all together. I want to know how many gray there are. You'll write that number here. I also want to know how many white snap cubes there are. You'll write that number here. Then you'll trace over the equal sign and the addition sign to finish the addition sentence. Lastly, in Greenleaf number 3, you're going to be comparing 6 and 7. I want you to circle the number that is greater or the number that is bigger. To help you, if you don't have a number line at home, you can draw it out and compare that way. You might want to draw 6 counters and 7 counters to help you. I cannot wait to see all of your beautiful work. I think you are going to do a fabulous job at describing hexagons today. See you tomorrow.